yesterday in Major League Baseball, well, it delivered a really packed slate of games, some truly unexpected turns.
Oh, absolutely. A whirlwind.
So our goal today is basically to cut through all those results, all the noise, and uncover the core insights, figure out where the league stands right now.
Like a shortcut.
Exactly, a shortcut to understanding the nuances of current play.
It's a fantastic data set to work with, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be looking for those broader themes you mentioned, the dramatic finishes, right? The big offensive explosions, those surprising upsets.
Mm-hmm.
And asking, what do they really tell us about the league's direction, the strategies, the chess matches playing out?
Okay, yeah, let's dive right in then. One of the biggest stories, I think, maybe puzzles from yesterday, was just the sheer number of doubleheaders.
Oh, so many splits.
Right. Critically, how few clean sweeps we actually saw. It makes you wonder, what really happened between Game 1 and Game 2? Why couldn't teams just, dominate both?
That's the fascinating part, isn't it? It's not just, it's hard to win 2 games in a day, which it is.
Sure.
It's the strategic stuff happening in those few hours, that chess match. Managers are making these critical calls.
Yeah.
Bullpen usage, lineup tweaks.
Maybe even sacrificing one game to save arms for the next?
Exactly. That happens.
Yeah.
And this ability to just hit reset, especially after losing Game 1, it says a lot about mental toughness.
Yeah.
And tactical flexibility.
Yeah, that mental reset seems so obvious in some of these splits. Look at the Brewers and Reds, NL Central rivals.
Mm-hmm.
Brewers get them 6-5, high-scoring opener, but then, bam, the Reds flip it. A narrow 3-2 win in Game 2.
That's a perfect example. Shaking off a tough loss like that.
Right.
And Houston-Baltimore gives us an even more dramatic version of that shift. Astros take Game 1, tight game, 5-4.
Yep.
Then Game 2, the Orioles just unleash a commanding 12-seal shutout.
12-0.
I mean, that's not just bouncing back. That's a complete recalibration, right? Either the O's made perfect adjustments or maybe, the Astros had a bit of a letdown after that tight win. It really underscores the volatility, the emotion in baseball.
Yeah, credible shift. And we saw similar stuff elsewhere. Atlanta, right, they looked unstoppable. 10-1 win over Cleveland.
Offensive firepower on display.
But the Guardians didn't just roll over. They fought back in Game 2, made it a much closer 5-4 game. Showed some real spirit there.
They did. And in the AL Central, same story, different teams. Tigers take Game 1 from the Twins, 8-5. But the Twins respond decisively. 8-1 in the second game. Clear tactical response.
Yeah, it's almost like a pattern.
You're right. Even at Coors Field, thin air, usually lots of runs.
Yeah.
The pattern held. Rockies won 10-7 against the D-backs first.
Classic Coors game.
Totally. But Arizona grids out a 6-5 win in the second.
Yeah.
No sweep. And look at the Angels and A's. Teams with pretty different records.
Yeah, you wouldn't necessarily expect a split.
But the A's surprised everyone. Dominant 7-2 win in the first. Then the Angels answer right back. Emphatic 11-5 win.
Oh.
This consistency across all these different matchups, it really suggests, I think, a league-wide thing. Managers are making those critical between-game adjustments.
Okay, so moving beyond just the doubleheaders.
Yeah.
What about the overall flavor of the games yesterday? We saw, the whole spectrum, didn't we? Teams just lighting it up, but also some really dominant pitching.
Yeah, what's clear when you look at all the results is just how diverse team construction is right now. It's not one size fits all.
Right.
Some teams are absolutely built to outslug you. Others, they want to shut you down, keep it low scoring.
So who stood out on the offensive side?
Well, the Yankees, right. The Bronx Bombers' reputation is real. They kind of force you into these slugfests.
Both against the Cardinals.
Exactly. 12-8 and 8-4 wins. That's a team that just believes fundamentally they can out-hit anybody. Pitching concerns almost take a backseat sometimes. And the Rangers, too, showed some serious offensive depth. That 10-4 win over Toronto was pretty convincing.
And then you had that Phillies-Nationals game. 11-9 Phillies win. That felt like maybe not peak pitching from either side.
Probably fair to say. But
Yeah.
It shows, right, even when the pitching isn't sharp, offense can make it a really compelling, run-heavy game. Every run matters.
So on the flip side, who brought the pitching dominance?
Well, the Dodgers definitely made a statement. That 6-0 shutout over the Padres in Game 1, that's their identity.
Strong pitching depth.
Deep pitching, disciplined hitting that just manufactures enough runs. They followed it up with a 5-4 win, closer, but still controlled. It's a different kind of dominance than just raw power.
Okay.
And the Rays, too, at least in Game 1 against the Giants, they squeezed out a 2-1 win.
Classic Rays baseball.
Totally. Elite pitching, Tight defense, win the low-scoring ones. Now, the Giants did roar back 7-1 in the second game,
Mm.
showing their ability to adjust, but that first game was pure Tampa Bay.
And sometimes it's just a nail-biter, right? Like the Pirates and Cubs. 4-3 Cubs win.
Yeah, exactly. That underscores just how many games aren't blowouts or slugfests. They come down to one clutch hit, one big strikeout, a great defensive play.
A dominant reliever in the late innings.
Precisely. It really shows you those fine margins between winning and losing in this league. It's often razor thin.
So, okay, let's zoom out a bit. Beyond the individual game dramas, what kind of bigger picture stuff, broader narratives are starting to take shape, especially within divisions? Are we seeing hints of, season-long trends?
This is where looking at the whole day's slate gets really interesting. Those repeat matchups, especially divisional ones, they give you this unique lens, right? Spotting underlying trends.
Like who's maybe establishing dominance?
Yeah, exactly. Take the Royals and White Sox, for example. Kansas City won both games pretty comfortably, 6-2. Those aren't just two wins in isolation. It starts to highlight a power dynamic maybe emerging in the AL Central. The Royals are just consistently executing well against a White Sox team that
Yeah, but sources suggest they're still struggling to find consistency, offense and defense. So it's maybe more than just a mismatch on one day. Could be a trend.
it could be. It feels like sustained performance versus ongoing struggles, a developing storyline.
And then, like we talked about with the doubleheaders, those splits, Brewers, Reds, Tigers, Twins, they just hammer home how crucial every single game is in those tight divisional races.
Absolutely. Every win feels huge. Every loss feels like a missed opportunity. The balance can shift so quickly. These small swings now, big implications later.
Right.
And don't forget the interleague games. They add another layer, like Rays Giants or Yankees Cardinals.
Different styles clashing.
Exactly. Style versus style. It forces teams to adjust, maybe face pitching they're not used to or different offensive approaches, and seeing how they handle that quick turnaround in a doubleheader, especially outside their division.
It tells you something about their adaptability.
For sure. Which team adjusts better outside their comfort zone? So yeah, these daily results, especially when you look at them all together like this, they're like the first brushstrokes on the season's painting, giving us clues about who's building momentum, who's maybe struggling to find it.
Yeah, it really feels like yesterday's massive slate of games gave us a fascinating kind of concentrated look into the league's dynamics right now.
I really did.
From teams showing that incredible bounce back ability in doubleheaders to, those really distinct identities, the power teams, the pitching first teams. It was all there to unpack.
Couldn't agree more. The sheer volume was useful. We saw the importance of those strategic adjustments, the mental resets in doubleheaders, the sheer unpredictability. I mean, that Orioles shutout after losing game one, wild.
Total turnaround.
And just how often games really do come down to the wire, decided by one run, one big play. Really feel like adaptability and just precise execution are huge right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So as the season keeps rolling, yesterday really gives us this rich set of data points to think about. So I got to ask you, looking back at this whole deep dive, what specific pattern or maybe strategic takeaway from yesterday's whirlwind do you think will be the most telling, the most important as the rest of the season unfolds?